Ah, the 40k supply drops. A mediocre idea that's just been executed, well, in one particular instance, really badly. Really badly. Right, for any of you that probably don't know, basically GW announced a week or so ago that they're going to do 40k supply drops. And the idea was you're going to get a box sent out, or acquire a box of goodies, like miniatures, and they'll be completely random, or random to their particular faction for the supply box. So let's say the first one was Imperium, so it's going to include like a random assortment of Imperium models. And the idea was you don't know what they are, but you can have up to 50% savings on inside the box. So it's really to for people who really can't decide what they want next, but they want to either start a random new force or reinforce their existing collection. And I suppose if you wanted to make the case as well that you can, a painting project for someone new to the hobby, some completely new stuff they probably haven't got before. Now, I was a bit skeptical on this because, let's be honest, really, if you want something, you tend to go out and buy what you want. It's very rarely that I thought, you know what, I just want some random stuff to have. Quick perusing on like the GW website or any particular third-party website, you soon decide what you prefer and what you don't particularly want. Like the example I mentioned before is, I've just finished painting a shitload of gaunts. The last thing I want is a supply box containing shitloads more gaunts, that kind of thing. So I was lukewarm on the idea, but went on the GW website during my last video and saw that they all sold out. So I was like, you know what? Perhaps I'm in the outlying minority here just thinking this. Anyway, it rolled round, and the contents of one particular of these boxes is revealed. Now, bear in mind, apparently these are meant to be varying from region to region, but from the reports that we see, and obviously what you see in front of you, like you would have thought it would have been like, England, France, Germany, that kind of thing, the US, Australia, but a lot of, particularly in Europe, a lot of like things are sort of similar. But that's besides the point. Just looking at the one example we have is just a complete fucking shit show of a misfire in this box. So we'll go through, obviously, the contents of this box, right? Bear in mind, this is an Imperium supply drop, so this is to reinforce or so you can start a new Imperium army. Right, fair enough. So this box contained Adrax Agatone, Salamander's Primaris character, Master Lazarus, Dark Angels, I think, Primaris character, Khosero Khan, White Scars Primaris character, can you see the theme we're following here? Mephiston, Blood Angels Primaris character, a random Fenrisian Wolf Squad for some fucking reason, regular Space Marine bikes, not the new ones, the regular ones, and Sisters of Battle Arco Flagellants, not the new ones, I think, these are the old ones. What the fuck is this box? What's that? Fucking 4 characters and 3 units that don't even go together in the same list. I mean, I don't understand what this is. I mean, the only particular thing that you could possibly make a case for this is like if someone wants a painting project, in which case, yeah, you've got a series of completely random things there that, well, apart from the like 4 Primaris guys, because they're kind of Space Marines, that are unique to paint. But apart from that, who is this fucking appeal to? Who put this fucking box together? Which fucking genius sat down and thought, I know what Imperium players want. Imperium players want several things that wouldn't really fit together in the same army at all. Unless you're doing like a super fun, like, unbound army. It makes absolutely no sense. And I was speaking to Jamie and Chris about this over the weekend before we went out for a drink. And I'm like, what? How? Who sends this out thinking it will be a good idea? Nobody who actually knew what the hobby was about would say, you know what, that's a good box. People will want those. Yeah, I'd imagine like a Salamander's character might want Adrax Agatone, but I don't reckon they want to pay fucking shit ton for a load of other crap as well they're never going to use. It just boggles my mind how much of a misfire this is. So I've just compiled a list of rules that if going forward, if GW want to continue doing this thing, that they have to abide by these rules just to make these boxes make some kind of fucking sense. And you know what? Jay made the made the case to me that it's probably just an exercise to try and shift some stock that people don't want. But you know what? I want to believe that that's not the case, that these boxes aren't fueled by purely cynical measures of just shifting stock no one wants. I'd like to believe that this was a good idea, or just an okay idea, just executed piss poorly. Right, so the rules going forward. Right, GW, pay attention. Rule number 1, no named characters. No named characters in any of the boxes going forward. Because if people already have the armies, and they've already got named characters, then they don't want duplicates of those named characters. Okay? That just makes sense. No named characters whatsoever. You can put HQ sections in there, or whatever things in there that aren't named, that you can make up as your own. That's fine, but no named unique characters at all. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2, Chaos and Imperium. If you're going to do Chaos and Imperium reinforcement box sets, or whatever the fuck they're called, you need to have no sub-faction specific units in there. What I'm saying is, a tactical squad will be a tactical squad in Ultramarines, Salamanders, White Scars, and just like a Chaos Space Marine squad will be the same Chaos Space Marine squad if you're Nurgle, if you're Alpha Legion, or any of that crap, okay? But a Khorne Berserker squad will always just be a Khorne Berserker squad, you know, for Khorne. And the variety of ambiguous units that can slot into any sub-faction is quite large, so you don't need to be that specific. It's like, you don't, like, if you're doing Chaos, if you put, like, Death Guard, Thousand Suns, Khorne shit in there, then yeah, that's fine. A lot of Chaos players might use those units, but if you just put like things like Hell Brutes, Mauler Fiends, things that you can paint up wherever you want, they will slot into more armies, and it'll make sense. So, no sub-faction units if you're going for Imperium and Chaos, okay? Bonus rule number 3, now this one's going to be slightly hard to execute. Talons of the Emperor and Inquisition Forces, aka Grey Knights, that kind of thing, Inquisition Forces. Listen, if you're going to do their own boxes, then you can't expect... First off, they need their own boxes, because you can't put Grey Knights in like an Imperium box set if you're just going to have like a squad of Grey Knights. It really doesn't work that well. So they need their own boxes. But the downside to that is I can't see those selling particularly well. I could be fucking wrong, because obviously this Imperium box set sold really well. But they need their own boxes. But there's a rule later on that I think might help the variety, because obviously those are small elite forces. So you're going to ever get one of these boxes, and technically that might just be all you need. But there's going to be a rule later on to kind of bolster that, okay? Moving on. Rule number 4. Xenos boxes need to be faction specific. Do not do a fucking Xenos box set and just have a pick and mix of every fucking Xenos race in there. That'll apply to nobody. Nobody wants that. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Okay? It makes no sense. Don't do it. Fucking pointing at you. Xenos boxes need their own unique faction boxes. A Genestealer Cult reinforcement box, a Tyranid reinforcement box, an Orc reinforcement box, a Necron, a Drukhari, an Eldari, a Harlequin, whatever. They need their own reinforcement boxes. Fucking don't do one carte blanche that'll just include a pick and mix of every fucking Xenos race, because it will go down like a shit sandwich for the majority of people, I reckon. Right, and a bonus rule number 5. Okay, this one is probably pie in the sky thinking, but I think it could help with variety. Just include some Forge World stuff in there. Now, that's never going to happen, because it's their own independent company, and Forge World do their own thing. They fucking make their own rules, they pull shit without telling anybody, so I doubt that'll ever happen, but it would be nice. Think of how much Imperium and Chaos and Xeno shit there are in Forge World, right? Just include one Forge World model in each one of these boxes, and you've got variety for days. I think it makes sense, but, you know, I ain't a business scientist, so someone would probably turn around in the comment section and tell me, no, I'm talking shit. But I think those 5 rules there would make these supply crates pretty damn attractive. If you're getting big discounts, particularly on the Forge World stuff, if that was an option, you know, you might not be getting the Forge World stuff you had your eye on, but Forge World units for like Imperium and Chaos Forces in particular, getting discounts on them is pretty decent. And they're unique enough that you're probably not going to have them already, the majority of collectors, because Forge World's kind of like a niche sort of little side shoot, like for really, not really serious hobbies. It's like a lot of people don't go to Forge World because obviously the price range is kind of put off by them, but if you include them in the boxes, then it'd be really appealing. I think it would anyway. So there you go, GW. 5 rules. Follow those 5 rules, please, going forward with these fucking supply drops, because we don't want any more of this shit. Fucking 4 Primaris named characters, a random wolf squad, some bikes, and some Sister Balargo flash. What the fuck is that? I don't know about any reports from any other, what's the word? Any other regions around the world if it's varyingly or massively different, but that's bollocks. We can't have any more of that. So yeah, going forward, these 5 rules, please. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Good idea, bad idea? Is this just a fucking cynical exercise by GW to shift some stock nobody wants? Personally, I don't think it, but hey, you never know. I've been wrong about stuff before. But until then, guys, I will catch you all next time. See you later.